Hey y'all. Hi. It's been a while. A couple of days. Couple of days. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna turn this off. This sucker is killing me. All right, hey y'all. Huh. Oh, I'm really confused. All right, so let's look and see. Oh, that shouldn't have done that. Okay. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, Sean. Good morning. Hey, I'm so glad that you all came in here to join me today. What is going on? So, listen, it's your girl Paulette. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to August 3rd. I am back in the building. It's the first day of school, y'all. What is going on? We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. But the first thing that we want to do is talk about this. What are we cooking today? This is actually the day shift. We are actually live right now. And then this exact same show is going to re-air once again on KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Paulette. I am the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, which houses brownstoneworldwide.com. We're excited about that. Guess what, y'all? The site is going to be live soon. I am going to be asking a couple of people to come and check it out, test it out, do all kinds of things with it, and make sure that it's giving you the news and information that you can use, and all of the other things in between. But this month, in the Brownstone, we are celebrating Black Business Month. Thanks in part to Sean Glaze. Guys, this month we literally have a ton of Black business owners that are going to be sharing their life with you. Okay, we've got some interviews that are coming up. We've got some shows. Y'all know tomorrow is what Cullen's Corner. We have two amazing guests that are going to be joining us. That is, in addition to myself, DeCarlo Collins and Cullen Carey of course, Cullen's Corner. And then we also have DJ Tony Sanchez that's going to be hanging out with us. We also have, good morning, everybody. Come on in, come on in. So listen, whenever I say that and you're like, but I'm the only person in here. No, you're not. We're on several different platforms at one time, including TikTok and other places. So, oh gosh, you know what? I'm so excited. So listen, this is who we have tomorrow. We have tomorrow on Cullen's Corner Hot Topics, two amazing business owners. One is Nicole Johnson, and she's going to teach you how to keep more money in your purse. We also have marriage relationship strategist, Marshawn Alanion, that's going to be joining us tomorrow as well during Cullen's Corner, which means we're going to be talking about money and we're going to be talking about your love life. That's the thing, period. Yes, Nicole is awesome. I spent some amazing time with her. It's about 2 hours yesterday, just hanging out, talking with her, preparing her, getting her files and her folders ready. Because guess what, y'all? It's a big secret that's going to be happening in about 8 weeks. So we're excited about that. We're going to just leave that right here and just kind of hang tight with that. Yes. But so we're excited about that. We're going to be sharing more information because Nicole has some things to share with the Corner family as well. And then we also have Marshawn. She's going to be sharing some additional things with us as well. So what's happening here at the Brownstone? First of all, y'all know how I like to do, right? I like to give you the news and information that you can use. Number one, while I get my coffee. And then, yeah, oh man. So listen, she's already shared with me a little bit of the things that she's going to be talking about. I actually went to one of her classes. She did an amazing course, Sean, on what is it? Secret shopping. Like she gave all of the tea, like all of the tea, right? And she was spilling it, and it was amazing. And it was absolutely free, which I thought it was mind numbing to me. But she was doing it out of love and wanting to help people to really, really get as much information that they can so that they can start adding to their personal coffers at home, which a lot of us are not doing. All right, let's just keep it 100. And one of the things that I'm learning, especially in this realm that we're currently in, are we in a recession? Are we not? What's really happening? We don't really know from 1 minute to the next whether or not our money is going to work for us or not. So if somebody is dropping nuggets for y'all to grab so that you can get more money in your purse, listen, Nicole Johnson got you. She got you. Marshawn, you want some information about love and relationships? She got you. You want to know what to do to help your marriage because she's a marriage relationship specialist or strategist. Guess what? Marshawn has you covered. So I'm excited about that. They're going to be joining us tonight for our radio show prep so that we can all get acclimated and talk about the topics for the show. Let's talk about some of the topics for the show for tomorrow for Cullen's Corner. Y'all ready for this? Oh my God, this is going to be so exciting. Y'all ready? Let me tell y'all what I really try to do. So what I'm really trying to do, I'm trying to grab the news so I can share with you guys. But let's talk about while I do that. Let's talk about, where's my file at? Let's discuss in detail what is going to be discussed on Cullen's Corner tomorrow. I think it's important for you guys to hear so that you can start. And then I'm going to be sharing it on my page, right? If the free is that good, you got to get the paid stuff too. Girl, tell them. Tell them. And I know that she was just giving us snippets, but it was so good. I was like, you know what? And then her presentation was amazing, honey. She was sipping the tea, like for real. She was sipping the tea. So it was really good. It was really, really good. But here's what I'm going to tell you. For now, what I need you guys to do is I need you to head over to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone, and then also KCCRthebrownstone.com. Now, if we were currently not playing music, which we are, I could actually pull it up and I could tell you right now. We looking for love, and then we're gonna wop bop baloo bop bop bam boom a little bit later. Then we got a little daylight on the ones and twos. So I'm actually looking at the files now as they are loading. But guys, that's just the tip of the iceberg, because eventually what's going to happen is we're going to be phasing out a lot of our music shows, and you guys are going to be getting more value with our air personalities that are starting to join the Corner family. So let's talk about those while I figure out why I can't remember how to get in here and get my news. Like, you know what I mean? So let's talk about the shows. So you are currently watching / listening to The Day Shift. This is my return. I have been in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown, preparing and helping my daughter get married. So the wedding is over. So where we are right now is me returning back. I'm full of jet lag, and I held a couple of meetings for the Brownstone so that we could get ready for the final countdown to Brownstone Worldwide.com's release. So here's what we're going to be doing with that. First of all, let's finish the show. So then we have The Day Shift. We also have, where's my login? We also have, oh, here it is. We have The Day Shift, which you are watching right now. It's going to re-air, guys. Then at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you got the Hot Lunch Mix, honey. It is a mix that is delivered to you directly from, why? Okay, so now y'all getting ready to give me issues. Directly from DJs that we know personally that provide us with their beautiful files. I think today is DJ Al, if I'm not mistaken. So DJ Al is going to be on the ones and twos with us today. We also have Tea Time with Nikema E. We also have, let's see, we also have Tunes and Tingles, and that is a show that's going to help you wind down at the end of the day. It comes on at 8 p.m. We also have replays of Cullen's Corner. So we have the Sunday Brunch. You cannot miss that show because we are getting ready to start preparing for the Sunday Brunch Live, where you'll be able to attend a live brunch with me, your girl Paulette, and we're also going to be providing all EST. Yes, ma'am, that is correct, Shy. Yes. So all of this is available to you if you download the app, or you can go to kccrthebrownstone.com and you can take a listen to what we have going on right now. I am literally, so a little truth, a little side moment here. The truth is that my VA was on vacation at the same time that I was. Oops. Right? Bad move. Bad move. And I didn't realize that we crossed each other. So we're running behind on a couple of things. But what I really want to do is make sure that you guys get the news and that I get my coffee so that we can start talking about what's in the news. It's some things that's happening here in Atlanta that I am really, really surprised about. And it has to do with Music Midtown. So we're going to be talking about that today. We're also going to be talking about the passing of a couple of individuals in our community. And that is Mr. Bill Russell. And we also lost a couple of other folks. So we're going to be discussing that later on today. Because you also know every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I come back in the day and we do tips, topics, and talk. So that's where we talk about planning, we talk about money, we talk about health, we talk about fitness, we do all kinds of things. We go back into the news and we discuss the things that are coming down the pipe for Brownstone Worldwide. But with this being the month of Black Business Month, right, where we're going to be celebrating and learning and all of that stuff, a couple of things that we're going to be presenting to you guys. Here's one. The first one is we're going to be presenting to you guys the Black Card. I'm going to leave that right there. Matter of fact, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to post the Black Card later on today in Tips, Topics, and Talk when I come back later on this evening to go live. Then not only that, I am going to be sharing information about the Black Card in all of our Facebook platforms. That's going to be the Brownstone Center, right? We also have our 2 private groups. That is the Corner Family and also Brownstone's Best. What, Paulette? What do you mean? There are other groups? Yup. And in order for you to get into it, you got to get into the room. And we're going to be showing you how to do that a little bit later. Okay. All right. So we want to tell you guys about the Black Card. We want to share with you guys all of the information that you need about today's news. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's share a little bit, because y'all know this is how we do, right? So first of all, let me go back through. We talk about entertainment. We also show, first of all, Halle Berry is showing her curly hair. Next. Okay. That's how much we care, right? So I don't care that she's showing off her naturally curly hair. I have naturally curly hair. Mine just happens to be tighter. Okay. How about that? So Leona Lewis has given birth to her first baby. Y'all remember Leona Lewis? Y'all remember her? I bet you do. That beautiful singer. She's Swedish and Black. You guys remember her. Netflix has actually canceled a couple of shows, y'all. So we have a lot of things. And let me talk about this, okay? While this is loading. This is super important for you guys. Listen, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to... What's happening? There we go. All right. So I'm going to start my coffee while the news is preparing to be aired for you guys. It's usually about 4 minutes long. You get an opportunity to hear what's happening around the world today. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about a little bit more news. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, whatever you're going to have. We're going to get into this, okay? And then also I have something else that I want to present to you guys as well. And that is information on how to join the ever infamous Traffic Sales and Profit. So we want to definitely talk about that. Y'all hear my coffee? It is coming to me. It is in love. The sound of it. We're going to get us some cream and put into the coffee. We're going to sit down. I'm going to grab my little stool. Y'all know my stool, right? And we're going to get into this news and information because, guys, the first day of school actually started in the county that I live in. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something which is really interesting. My children, I have 4 children. My children are, while I prepare my cream and coffee and all of that stuff. So my children, they all grown but the baby boy, right? So we are going to be talking about his last 3 years of high school. He's a sophomore now, okay? So I'm excited about that. I'm sure he is. And he's a big boy. He's not a small child anymore. So this is new for me. This is a new experience for me. My last child in the house is getting ready to go to the 10th grade. So I'm excited about that for him on many levels, okay? Because he's worked hard. One thing about it, even though he's a goofy kid, he works really, really hard with the things that he does. He wants to be a track runner. He wants to edit films. He's actually edited some films for some major corporations. And I'm super proud of him. And so, and then let's talk about the fact that I try to keep him connected to different people that are going to be providing him with strength and you know, the things that he needs in order to be a better kid, a better person for himself. So let's talk about what's in the news currently. Anthony Joshua is going to Purse history, heavyweight stars earning and net worth ahead of, I can't even say that man's name. I'm not going to do it. All right. So what we're going to do, this blows my mind. This has never happened before. This has never happened. So y'all bear with me. Y'all know I'm rusty. You leave the office for one day. It happens. Bear with me. Because this has never happened. This has never happened. But we're going to get it together. That's what we're going to do. Come on. Be gone for one daggone day. You can't get your whole life right. But y'all know what? You know I don't care. I ain't messed up about it. Y'all in my kitchen. We hanging out. We laughing and talking and kikiing and all that good stuff. And the cool thing is that the same news and information that you can use here, we're actually going to be sharing that later on KCCR Radio. So you get the news, you get those commercials, you get all of the stuff. So let's get into this news, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and turn up my my little sound here so that you got. And I'm gonna sip my tea. I'm gonna sip my coffee actually. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about what is happening around the world, and then I'm gonna feel better. I'm gonna feel like I'm catching my bearings just a little bit. Maybe it was the flight. Is that what it is? So let's get into this.
U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi arrived in Taiwan late Tuesday, becoming the highest-ranking American official in 25 years to visit the self-ruled island, claimed by China, which quickly announced that it would conduct military maneuvers in retaliation of her presence.
One of the most senior, third-ranking U.S. officials visiting Taiwan, and they will certainly react in some fashion during or post the visit with some sort of military test, as they have done with other high-level visits from the United States.
The U.S. Treasury Department on Tuesday sanctioned Russian President Vladimir Putin's reputed girlfriend as part of a series of measures targeting Russian elites in the Biden administration's latest attempts to punish the Kremlin for its ongoing war in Ukraine.
Alina Maritovna-Kabareva, who has been romantically linked to the Russian leader, was sanctioned for being or having been a leader, official, senior executive officer, or member of the board of directors of the government of the Russian Federation, a Treasury Department statement said. Harry Michaels reporting.
The United Nations chief warned that humanity is just one misunderstanding, one miscalculation away from nuclear annihilation, citing the war in Ukraine, nuclear threats in Asia and the Middle East, and many other factors.
We have been extraordinarily lucky so far, but luck is not a strategy, nor is it a shield from geopolitical tensions boiling over into nuclear conflicts. Today, humanity is just one misunderstanding, one miscalculation away from nuclear annihilation. We need a treaty of non-proliferation of nuclear weapons as much as ever.
A protest of 60 veterans groups, along with comedian Jon Stewart, has put Senate Republicans on the defensive as they've struggled for days to explain why they're holding up legislation that would provide much-needed health care for millions of veterans exposed to things like burn pit smoke, Agent Orange, and radiation.
When it came back to the Senate to what we thought was just a procedural vote, then they shot it down. But nothing had changed in the bill.
This is the latest news headlines. A federal judge sentenced Guy Reffitt, who brought a gun to the U.S. Capitol during the January 6, 2021 riot and threatened House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, to more than 7 years in prison, the longest insurrection-related sentence to date. Reffitt, a recruiter for the right-wing militia known as the Three Percenters, was the first Capitol rioter to go to trial rather than take a plea agreement. Reffitt was convicted by a D.C. jury in March of the 5 felonies. California Governor Gavin Newsom on Monday declared a state of emergency to bolster California's monkeypox vaccination efforts as the virus spreads nationwide. The declaration comes as more than 5,800 probable or confirmed cases of monkeypox has been reported in the United States, including nearly 800 in California. California is now the third, following New York and Illinois, and the largest U.S. state to issue a statewide declaration related to the disease. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson was suspended for 6 games Monday after being accused by 24 women in Texas of sexual misconduct during massage treatments in what a disciplinary officer said was behavior more egregious than any before reviewed by the NFL. The punishment handed out by the game's disciplinary officer, former federal judge Sue L. Robinson, fell well short of what the NFL has asked for, an open-ended suspension of at least a year. for violating the league's personal conduct policy. The Earth spun faster around its axis on June 29th, making it the shortest day since the planet's rotation began being measured with atomic clocks in the 1960s. Earth completed one spin in 1.59 milliseconds shy of the typical 24 hours on June 29th, according to Time and Date and The Guardian. The record comes as Earth has seen consistently shorter days in the past few years. And that's the latest news headlines. I'm Alan Edwards.
And that is the latest news headlines from Brownstone Worldwide, KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. It's your girl, Paulette. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day shift. You are in the Brownstone kitchen, and we are hanging out, welcoming me back. Yes, I'm personally doing that myself, welcoming me back to the fold. So good morning, good morning. Welcome to August 3rd. You are currently listening to the day shift, part of KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center, and also Brownstone Worldwide overall. So listen, folks, let's get into this news and information that you can use. All right, so we heard a little bit of news from our buddy, Mr. Allen, and now let's get into a little bit more news. So first things first. So Music Midtown here in Atlanta, Georgia has officially been canceled. And the reason why is pretty much about gun control. So let's dig into that, okay? I don't want to give you any wrong information. So let's talk about it. So it's so hot. It's literally one of the hottest topics right now on Facebook. And let's talk about that. So Stacey Abrams is actually taking on Governor Kemp in regards to the cancellation of Music Midtown here in Atlanta. So we're going to take a look at this and see exactly what's going on, because y'all, this is huge. I don't know if any of you guys are from the Atlanta area or if you have heard about Music Midtown, which is actually held in Piedmont Park every year in the fall, right before it starts to get cool in Atlanta or in the Georgia area. There's an entire weekend of events called Music Midtown. So let's talk about that. In a statement, Abrams accused Governor Kemp of putting his political ambitions above the welfare of the state, saying the cancellation led to massive economic and job costs for the state. She's right. She's absolutely right. So Brian Kemp's dangerous and extreme gun agenda actually endangers the lives of Georgians, and the cancellation of Music Midtown is proof that his reckless policies endanger Georgia's economy as well, Abrams said. It's shameful, but not surprising, that the governor cares more about protecting dangerous people carrying guns in public than saving jobs and business in Georgia. In dire economic times for so many Georgians, this cancellation is actually going to cost Georgia's economy a proven, not an estimated, a proven $50 million, she said. This means that small businesses and workers who rely on events like Music Midtown and their tremendous economic impact have now lost incomes that help put food on the table and a roof over their heads. There is no denying that, because guys, one of the things that I actually do is I attend Music Midtown every single year. And it's an amazing event. You could take Marta down there. You could park your car, walk down to the Piedmont Park area, maybe, get an Airbnb in the area or a hotel, and you can hang out there for 2 or 3 days. There are vendors for as far as the eye can see. Piedmont Park, guys, is huge, right? And so it's kind of like our Central Park, if you will. And so because of that, so many vendors, so many people that are going to be, that normally would, work those couple of days of the weekend, because it pays really well. You can really do well, especially if you're a vendor, you're selling your food and your wares, and you've got whatever items that you're going to be selling in the flea market style. You're literally going to be losing a lot of money. And actually that starts the fall festival season here. One thing that I know about Georgia is there's always a festival somewhere, right? And so the biggest ones actually happen around the time that it starts to get cooler, when the weather starts to change a little bit, when the kids go back to school. So we're going to start seeing a lot more of these events. But now the issue is organizers for the long-running festival, which was scheduled to actually take place September 17th and 18th in Piedmont Park, announced the cancellation on Instagram Monday. They actually did it Monday. So, hey, Midtown fans, Due to circumstances beyond our control, Music Midtown will no longer be taking place this year, the festival organizers announced in a statement. We're looking forward to reuniting in September and hope we can all get back to enjoying the festival together again soon. So the reason why, while organizers did not specifically say the reason behind the cancellation, outlets including Billboard reporting industry sources connecting the cancellation to Georgia's Safe Carry Protection Act. Now, this law, which went into effect in 2014, actually, folks, allows guns on government land and in government buildings with some exceptions. So we're talking about Piedmont Park. It's a public facility. It's a public area. It is super, super nice. They've done all kinds of changes to it. There's a facility for you to work out if you want to go work out. It has like a clubhouse in it. It's got the golf course. It's got the ponds, all of those different things. It's got a restaurant, actually 2, I think, on the facility. It's beautiful. It really, really is. So they've done a lot of things, but it is still a public park. So Atlanta City Council member Michael Julian Bond confirmed the decision to cancel stems from new state gun legislation, which allows firearms in public places, including Piedmont Park. So there you have it. That's the reason why we are not going to be having Music Midtown. And actually, it's kind of like a mainstay. You know what I mean? Like, we've been doing it forever. As long as I can remember, there has always been a Music Midtown. And so this is kind of disheartening. It really, really is. So according to the festival's website, the event prohibits weapons, explosives of any kind that are prohibited. And so Kemp, who hasn't commented at all on the festival's cancellation, but a close ally to the governor speaking to Fox News, suggested that the festival was canceled due to low ticket sales rather than the state gun laws. So who do we believe? I don't know. But here's the thing. It's too close to September 17th to even say, hey, we're going to do a small rendition of it. Right? So that's going to leave a lot of people, because you figure you have Labor Day, then you have September 17th through the 19th, and then you go right into homecoming season, and then basketball season and football season, and then you have homecomings and things like that are happening throughout the entire state and around the country, you know, because we're getting into that time of year. And this is when all of the activities start to happen, the last ones before the world goes cold. So we'll see exactly how that goes. All right, you guys, one of the things that I always like to tell you guys is to go ahead and check out KCCR Radio, download the KCCR My Brownstone Living app, and actually listen in. This particular broadcast is going to be airing a little bit later on today, and you'll be able to listen to it this afternoon, actually, after the Hot Lunch Mix. Yes, I said lunch. So the Hot Lunch Mix hit is actually a time where you can actually take an hour out of your day. You can listen to a great music mix and you can get a quick workout in. We're going to start doing HIIT instructions once again. It was something that we actually did. We're going to be doing some HIIT instructions going forward in the future. So start looking for that. So one of the things that we're going to be doing for the month of Black Business Month is we're going to be introducing to you guys the Black Card. So I will be sharing more information with you guys tonight about that during Tips, Topics, and Talk. So this evening for Tips, Topics, and Talk, because it is the back to school season, this is actually the first day back, I am going to be sharing with you guys a very simple, easy Sloppy Joe recipe that you do not want to miss. Okay, so that's what I'm going to encourage you to do, is to come back and hang out with me here in the kitchen. We're going to be talking about tips, ways that you can make getting up in the morning a little bit better, ways to get things done in the evening so that the school season can be a smooth one for you and the kids or the grandkids. If you're a teacher or whatever, this will be a great way for you to get some information that you need. Okay, so here's something else. Let me go ahead and share with you guys something else that's coming down the pipe. So releasing this weekend is Brownstone Living magazine for August and September. Okay, we're going to try to do them both together. Okay, that way you're going to get more value, you're going to get more into it. And so ultimately at the end of the day, we're going to be talking about the Black Card. We're going to be talking about traffic, sales, and profit, how you can become a part of that. We're going to be sharing with you information about our new air personality, DJ Tony Sanchez, and also what are some of the hot topics that you want to hear about. We're going to be asking you to send us your requests so that we can talk about that on our upcoming shows for Cullen's Corner. You want a recipe that you want to share with everybody? You want to get close to what the news and information that you can use can give you in terms of KCCR Radio? Check out kccrthebrownstone.com. Now, here's something else that I want to definitely put in your ear. With all of the things that are coming down the pipe for the Brownstone, we're talking KCCR, the Brownstone. We're talking KCCR, the radio station. We're talking brownstoneworldwide.com, the website, which is on its way to being completed. I am super excited. And then lastly, Brownstone Living Magazine. Those are the 3 mediums that you can get to help you do what? Live the brownstone lifestyle. What else, honey? Okay, so we're going to come back and we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on. You can join us tomorrow for Cullen's Corner. But for now, I want to definitely get more information about some things that are happening in the news. All right, so let's talk about something else that's still happening right now, and that is the Great Resignation. People are still leaving their jobs in mass, and I don't think that we're going to see a slowdown of that. And the reason why I say that is because a young lady that I know by the name of Monray Tuggle was actually talking about that, and she is a young lady that I absolutely love her. And so I'm a part of one of her programs. It's called Millionaire University. And I want to share with you guys. Y'all see this planner? She's not playing with y'all. You see this? Do you see this planner? Am I a planner junkie? I'm a planner junkie. So listen to this, y'all. Here's what I want to show you. Look at this book. Every quarter, you are sent a new planner. Y'all, this is specifically for business people. This is specifically for people that are trying to reach a different audience or more engaging of the audience that they currently have. This is an actual planner, y'all. Y'all know I'm a planner fanatic, right? So I wanted to show y'all my $1 million planner. This is done by Marketing by Monray. I'm going to be sharing her information on our page as well so that you guys can get more information about that. But y'all, I love stickers, y'all. This thing has stickers in it. Look, it's got stickers. See those stickers? And then we also have areas for you to take notes, your favorites. You can actually plan out how you're going to actually do some of your campaigns if that's what you're going to do. I would encourage you to get more information about this. I'll be sharing it a little bit later. Then on top of that, Millionaire Mob University also sent me this cute little pen. Okay. I actually already have one because I've been a part of her university for a minute. But this young lady is killing the game out here in these streets, y'all. Okay, and I cannot wait to hear from her. All right, we have another young lady who actually was on the call earlier this morning, and her name is Sean Blaze. I am getting ready to beat her to her email later on or to her inbox and say, ma'am, we need to interview you and your business and what you're doing. Everybody needs to know what's happening out here in these streets. And let me tell you why. Because at the end of the day, people have found different ways to generate revenue for themselves. And I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of people are not happy in their jobs. And it's not about not making enough money and all of that stuff, because if that were the case, wouldn't that be something that we would be talking about on a regular basis? People have just made a decision to put themselves first. I got to put me first, Lucius. I got to put me first, right? And when you're putting yourself first, what do? You put yourself first. You learn how to do things that you normally wouldn't know how to do because it actually gives you peace. Even though I'm gonna tell you something, this entrepreneur walk is not for a punk. You cannot, it will punk you out if you let it, right? Because you know, and so I ultimately at the end of the day, what I really want to tell you guys is that in order for you to really get what you need from these Black business owners that are going to be talking to you all throughout the entire month of August through what we call Brownstone's Best. Okay. I want you guys to really get as much information from them as you can. They're going to tell their stories. They're going to tell their why. They're going to tell how they did what they did. Okay. You can glean from that. You can learn from these amazing business owners. They're not all going to be millionaires. It may be somebody that just wants to attenuate their particular lifestyle and they've built a business to help to do that. Or maybe they're, helping people to raise their own money. Maybe they're helping people to speak. Maybe they're helping people, save their marriage or save their lives, right? All of these businesses have done one thing. They have decided that their passion, their drive, their love for what they believe to be the greatest thing that they have imagined is what is popping. And they are doing everything that they can to keep and run and grow, scale their businesses. Is it easy? No, not by a long shot. You're going to get people that are not going to do nice. They're not going to play nice. I should know. It's happened to me more times than not. but I get up and I keep going. There are going to be people that are not going to do the same amount of work that you're going to do, because you're the person that's carrying the seed, the infant, the child, and it is up to you to ultimately birth it. There will be midwives along the way, and there will also be people that will not be like midwives, but they're going to be your teachers. They're going to be the people that will tell you, I ain't finna do nothing, so you're going to have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And so those people are in the realm too. You have to learn, if you're going to cut folks loose or not. It's completely up to you, right? So those are some of the things that I have learned in this space of being an entrepreneur and growing my business. And that's why it's important, even for me. I'm going to interview myself. Don't ask me how I'm going to do it, okay? But I am definitely going to interview myself. And I just wanted to make sure that we do something else. We want to make sure that we are embracing the Black business owners out there, the Black and brown businesses out here who are doing their thing, making it happen to feed their families. I think it's important that we patronize these folks, because this is honestly, during the pandemic, we had an increase of Black businesses. We had no other choice. A lot of the people that were literally doing a lot of the things like restaurants work and, logistics works and things like that, working in warehouse, are of, Black and brown descent. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it real. And that's not everybody, because even people in offices were being let go during the beginning of the pandemic. And literally during that time, it was, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And then they decided that the best thing for them to do was to go ahead and to build their own lives. And that's what people have done. Not only have they built their own lives, they've realized, I don't need as much as I thought that I did. They also realized that stimulus check that a lot of people thought people were balling out of, guess what they were doing? They were building their businesses. They were doing what they needed to do to keep their lives afloat during that time. And the best way to do that was to invest in a business and then get out there in these internet streets and make some money, right? And then you're calling people back to the workforce, and they're making the same, if not more, on their job, and they're their own boss. What do you think people gonna do? What would you do? Let's just keep it real. What would you do? Right? Y'all, this coffee is everything. It's everything. I just, those are the questions that I have. All right, so let's talk about Irv Gotti, y'all. Irv Gotti is actually admitting he had a wife while in love with Ashanti. I'm sorry, what? All right, so Twitter is all aglow talking about this foolishness. Where can you find more information about this? On the Brownstone Center, because that's actually where I am, folks. So head over to the Brownstone Center. Go ahead and like the page. And guys, we actually have 2 private pages. One is the Corner Family, and the other is Brownstone's Best. Brownstone's Best is really for like Black business owners who want to share what they're doing. We also have conversations in there. Our Cullen's Corner Hot Topics actually come out early in Brownstone's Best and the Corner Family. So yeah, I just definitely wanted to let you guys know that. What's going on here? Oh, folks are sharing my reel. That's so nice. That is super nice. What is this? Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Do you see how the world goes? All right. So let's talk about Cash for Housing. Better than more. Building a loan. 27 products on this list can make a pet owner's life easier. Guess where you're going to find all of that information? On the Brownstone Center. That's where you're going to find it. And eventually, guess what, folks? This is going to be on brownstoneworldwide.com. All right. So I want you guys to get prepared for that, because it's going to be super fun. Now, let's see. What else do we have here? Y'all. Anybody know what's happening November 11th? What's happening? You already know. Wakanda forever, the Black Panther, right? So let's see how this turns out. I have seen the trailer. I know a lot of people have actually seen the trailer and how freaking amazing that it is. So listen, I can't wait to see what the movie is going to be like. I think I smell Oscar. What y'all think? Just from what I saw. That's just me. I could be wrong, but I think I smell Oscar. All right. That's just, like I said, that's just me. That's just me. That is just me. Now, something else that I definitely want to do is to share with you guys something else. Told you. Let's see. Head over to. All right. So here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, while we're talking about business, go to getabbl.com. Let me tell you why. Brownstone Business Loans is literally a partnership that we have with David Allen Capital, where we're able to help get you business funding or lines of credit for your business. We actually have a specific program that is directly in correlation with gig workers. So for Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, people who braid hair, things of that nature. And you know what? I don't have any, hairdressers and things like that. You actually have the option as well as a gig worker to go through the program. So you can go to getabbl.com and you can start the application process there. You can get a line of credit for as low as $7,500 if that's all you need, and you start that payback process. So definitely check them out. I will be sharing a little bit more information with you guys on that so that you can make a decision on what you want to do to help to secure funds to scale your business as you grow. And one of the things that I find to be very interesting with people is they have a tendency to not want to invest in their business. And how you growing your business? What you doing? What you doing? You say you want to be a business, you got to spend money to make money. Okay? It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. You just rolling your money over, reinvest, you're going to scale, pour a little bit of gasoline on it, as one of my mentors, Lamar Tyler, says, pour gasoline on it and keep it moving. Okay, so that you can see the end result, which is you're trying to generate, you're making sure that you generate money, and you're also impacting lives in a powerful and positive way, which is really what Brownstone Worldwide is all about. Our job here at Brownstone Worldwide is to literally help you to live the Brownstone lifestyle. Why is this important to me? Why is this so heavy on my heart? Let me explain to you why. I think it's important for you to know so that when you come over here, it's not just about listening to the radio. It's about the things that I recall as a young girl growing up, where everybody in the community knew each other for blocks, literally for blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. We knew each other. We went to the same churches. We played in the same leagues. We danced at the same African dance troops, Kothi at the time. We went to all of the community events. We went to the same schools. We all knew each other. And if we didn't know each other, we knew someone that knew someone that knew someone. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. When I went home to Milwaukee to my daughter's wedding, one of the things that was really, really interesting was there were so many people that I ran into that I had not seen since college. Okay. I flipped out. There are certain people I hadn't seen since high school that I ran into, but we remember, how do you know so-and-so? Oh my God, you know so-and-so. Oh my, are you serious? You know the groom? Yes, I'm the bride's mom, so forth and so on. And we're talking and they're like, oh my God, I didn't have any idea. It's about community. It's about a group of people that came together to connect, to build better, do better, be better, have better experiences. And how do you do that? Especially when you are learning how to live your best Brownstone lifestyle. You got to learn how to save money and put more money in your pocket. You got to learn how to do it right though, folks, right? We're in a different time and space and frame. And guess what we're going to be doing here? I want to make sure that I bring people to you that are going to be able to provide you the information that you need to be better. You want to learn how to keep your family information to yourself and not really do a will, but do a trust. We got you. Okay. You want to learn how to build your business and build a staff for that. You want to learn more about human resources and how that works for your small business. We got you. You want to learn more about how to keep more of your money in your household. We got you there. Working out, hanging out, doing all kinds of things, all while listening to the Soundtrack for Life on KCCR Radio Brownstone. That's what this is all about. Community, who we are as a people, how we connect. We want to make sure that we are responsible for changing the narrative of who we are and how we are represented. That's what this is about. Has it been done before? Yep, it has. I don't know if they've seen the inside of my brain though. And so that's what this is about. It's about building that community. Folks, we're online. We don't know what's happening. We keep our nose in our phones more than we do in the real world. So why wouldn't we be online? Why wouldn't we want to connect with you guys and build our community there as well? So we're going to be explaining to you guys how you get into the Corner family and how you get into Brownstone's Best. Crazy, super important to you guys because there's going to be some exclusive activities, events, and sales and things like that that will only be available in the Corner family and Brownstone's Best. Period. Okay? You're going to get an opportunity to see some things in Brownstone's Best that you won't see on the Brownstone Center. Simple as that. But we want to make sure that you understand that you can still be a part of the Brownstone family, the Corner family, KCCR. Want your own show? You need to reach out to us. Contact at brownstonesound.com. Why is this important today? Because I haven't been here in a while. So I haven't given this spiel in a while, in a minute, and things are happening. And I'm excited about that. So here's something I want you guys to know. Nicole Johnson is going to be joining us on Money Mondays for Tips, Topics, and Talk at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the Brownstone. Okay? We're going to be doing some talking. She's going to give us some tips and topic. We're going to talk, honey, about your money and why it's so funny and how to keep it from laughing at you. Okay? We're also going to be sharing new recipes. Okay? If you want some more of these recipes and stuff like that right now, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to check out A Month of Sundays at this particular address. A Month of Sundays is an actual cookbook of recipes from the popular syndicated radio show, The Sunday Brunch, which airs on KCCR Radio on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Really, really excited about that. So if you want to check out A Month of Sundays and those recipes from The Sunday Brunch, definitely go ahead and check that out. You guys, you are currently listening to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. This is the day shift with your girl Paulette. Really excited about that. Let's see, what else do we have here? I want to make sure that I'm giving you more news, more information today. Let's head over to, this is really interesting. I got a bunch of entertainment news that's coming through my feed. And I don't know why. I don't want a bunch of entertainment news. We need to be talking about what's happening in the world right now. Okay, so I'm going to head over to my other feed. Okay. Y'all, this is terrible. With no U.S. pushback, China follows Russia, eyeing new nihilistic weaponry. What? More weaponry? Guess where you're going to find information on this? The Brownstone Center. Head on over to Facebook. Go ahead and like the page. That's what I would encourage you to do. Remember, tonight, for Tips, Topics, and Talk, we are going to be doing our very first back-to-school recipe. But y'all already know that I like to share our grocery hauls with you all and share with you guys how we save money on our grocery bill. So I'm going to give you all an example of what happened. Yesterday, I called myself, now, since we've been out of town, this is what I like to do when I go out of town. Real quick, backstory. Whenever I go out of town for long periods of time, I literally do a thorough house cleaning. Don't ask me why I'm like that, but you never know what's going to happen. So I always like to make sure the documents are where they need to be. The house is clean, just in case anybody needs to come in here. They don't have to work. Honey, we even cleaned the carpets. Okay, we had the carpets cleaned. We wiped down baseboards, all of that. I laid out my lemon and my salt. We're going to share more on that a little bit later. And also had my cinnamon and my nutmeg going, all of that. So when we came back, the house would be aired out and would be negative energy free. So, while I was gone, no, one of the other things. So then we also, if there's food that is on the way out, if it can't be frozen, none of that, I go ahead and I throw it away because I know we're not going to be here. So we didn't buy groceries for like a week. We ate what was in the refrigerator so that we could start to deplete those resources that were available in the refrigerator. And then we went to Wisconsin, and now that we're back, I went to the grocery store yesterday. I was just going to grab a couple of things, and I was going to get a packet of bacon. That's like a thing. That's like my morning keto. I get up in the morning, and I'll make myself a couple of slices of bacon, thick cut. So normally, the bacon that I purchased is $3.98 about 6 months ago. Y'all, yesterday, it was $7.98. $7.98. Oh, hey, Nicole. Hey. Oh, y'all just in here talking. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, I didn't even know it. I didn't even have it on here. So listen, So I cleaned out the refrigerator. Oh, so the bacon was y'all, it was $7.98. $7. And I was like, we ain't getting no bacon today. The devil is a lie. So let me tell you what I will be sharing with you guys. How to get more money, get more use out of the money that you're spending on your groceries. So I usually do what's called a $10.25 grocery haul every week. And I usually end up with about $170, $180 worth of fresh fruits and vegetables, other grocery items, sometimes cleaning supplies, things of that nature. And I like to share this with you all because you got to get creative in how you keep more of your money in your household. That's one of the things that I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about. Make sure that you guys are getting all of that good stuff. Okay. So, hey, Corey, just buy the whole pork belly, much cheaper. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, how in the world did that even happen? I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So so let me tell you what I ended up buying. I bought a packet of a pound of ground beef. It was $7 a pound. Okay. And then I bought a package of chicken legs. It was $5.84 or something like that. So I have that, but I didn't get the bacon. I was like, $7.98. Oh no, let me go ahead and sip my coffee because right, crazy. So that threw me for a little bit. This should have threw y'all too. I know that you guys are seeing things that are skyrocketing. They have actually announced that we are in a recession, and then somebody retracted it. And I was like, well, which one is it? All I know is when I went to the grocery, eggs. Let's talk about eggs. I used to get a dozen large eggs for like $1. Child, it was $2 and some change the other day. I didn't even get eggs. We get ready to get real skinny around here if this keeps up. I'm so serious. If this keeps up, I'm going to be super, super thin. For real. Because no, I'm not going to be able to do it. I have drank more water. Now I bought 3 bananas. The 3 bananas yesterday were like $1. I used to get like 8 for like $1.40 something cents, per pound or whatever, and then it adds up and all of that, like 40 cents a pound. Oh no, not yesterday. So I came on back to the house. I bought a few things and then I came back to the house. Okay. So let's talk about Cullen's Corner. Let's talk. You keep your money in my pocket better by keeping my lady out of it. Corey is a mess, y'all. He is a mess. I love it. Y'all, if you're getting any value out of this today, if you want to find out more about what's happening in the Brownstone as we start to get ready to roll out brownstoneworldwide.com and Brownstone Living, the magazine, please go ahead and share this particular broadcast with your family, your friends, your brown skin cousins, your light skin cousins, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Stop Corey. Hey, Corey, a mess. I love him. He is amazing. Let me tell y'all, you guys, if you all are not following Corey Holloman, you absolutely should, because he always has great information about what's happening in the technology world. So real cool guy. He actually had KJ set up with his own Amazon channel well before it became popular. Now everybody wants to go live. Okay. And I don't know if Corey remembers that, but we set that up and you were sharing with me all of the things that were coming down the pipe for Amazon. And sure enough, everybody's into the game now. Okay. And it's starting to grow more and more. So remember when I was saying earlier about how people aren't really, it's not like the Great Resignation. There's a transition of what is happening in how we make our money. One of the things that I've learned and I've read recently was that there is going to be, I forgot the number was ridiculous, but more and more, let's just put it like this. More and more people are doing shopping online. So I'm going to give y'all this backstory, this true story. So listen, folks, one of the things that I remember as a kid, when I was like in 1st and 2nd grade, there was a little booklet that we would get. It was called The Weekly Reader, and it was like a newspaper. And basically what they were doing is they was training people how to get ready to subscribe to their local county newsletter, their local city newsletter, newspaper. But this sucker gave you all kinds. And I remember specifically, and I was born in the 70s. Okay, I was born in 1970. And so this had to be like 1978 or something like that. And I recall reading out loud. It was my turn to read. You know how you go around when you read? So it was my turn to read. And I definitely recall hearing myself say, eventually people would be ordering out of a TV screen and they would be able to do all of their purchases that way. That's what we're doing now. They saw it back then. It was already probably in the, but I mean, just think about it. It's mail order. That's all it is. It's just evolved. How many of y'all remember the JCPenney or the Penny's catalog? What about the Sears catalog? Lord have mercy. If your house didn't have one of those pre-Christmas where you were going through it trying to look at all of the toys and circling it, who kept one in their bedroom to look at it and be like, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. You were constantly shopping, but you were using a book. And now we're just using our cell phones and our computers. The cool thing is yeah, Sears for sure. Absolutely, yeah. And you know, a Sears catalog or that Penny's catalog, JCPenney's, it was Kohl's. I grew up in an area where we had a Kohl's. And so we had our Kohl's catalog as well. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So let's talk about what's happening with Cullen's Corner tomorrow night. So tomorrow you're going to be joining us for Cullen's Corner. The hot topics are, should you sign a prenup? Okay. That was one of the questions that came through for Cullen. He posted it yesterday. Go ahead and share your information. You want to talk about that or whatever. Let us know what you think so we can read your comments on the air. That's number one. Number two, we're going to be talking about some of the losses that we've had this year from Lieutenant Uhuru from Star Trek. We lost her last week. Also, Bill Russell, we lost. We're going to be discussing them and their amazing careers. Kansas voters preserve abortion access in high turnout primary. Y'all saw that coming, right? Y'all come on in here. Welcome. It's your girl, Paulette. You are currently listening and watching the Day Shift on KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. I'm going to go ahead and put the access to the website again, or if you want to just go ahead and listen in on kccrthebrownstone.com, you absolutely can. Go ahead and check that out, kccrthebrownstone.com. So let's get into this. Kansas voters preserve abortion access in high turnout primary. So I want to definitely talk about this really quick. I was reading about it this morning over my very first cup of coffee. But I think that this is important, especially in light of the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Okay, so let's talk about that really, really quick and get into it. Abortion rights opponents in Kansas vowed to keep fighting after voters have decisively rejected removing the right to abortion from the state constitution in the first state level test since the Supreme Court overturned federal abortion protections. This setback is not going to stop us. Our resolve has never been stronger than in this very moment, Peter Northcott, executive director of Kansans for Life, said following Tuesday's defeat. Coming just
Kansas,
weeks after,
a high-stakes vote on abortion rights.
Even better.
Issue on the ballot for the first time since the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. Our congressional correspondent, Rachel Scott, is in Overland Park, Kansas for us. Good morning, Rachel.
Robin, good morning. And yes, it's the issue, not the candidates, that is taking center stage in today's primary. Kansas becoming the first state in the nation to put this question of abortion rights directly to voters after Roe versus Wade was overturned. Polls are just about to open here, and advocates on both sides say the stakes could not be higher. They're out canvassing, door knocking, urging people to vote on the ballot whether the state's constitution should be amended to remove protections for abortion rights. Many here say this could lead to an outright ban on abortion in the state of Kansas. But for now, it is still legal. This state has become a safe haven for women traveling out of state where abortion has been severely restricted. So this will have broader implications for the rest of the country. And it's the first time that voters are weighing in a post-Roe America, Robin.
And a lot of people are going to be watching. All right. Thank you.
All right, so you heard it first. Kansas is the first of many states that are actually going to be voting for abortion rights to be upheld in their states. Let me tell you why this is important. It doesn't matter whether or not you agree with it or not. Here's the issue that you should be concerned with. Number one, there are circumstances sometimes that are out of people's control. Are you ready? That's a question. I'm not saying are you ready? Then I got a list of stuff. It's are you ready? Number two, incest, rape, molestation. We're talking about babies. We're talking about 10-year-old children being raped. When in reality, we should be talking about how do we keep certain people off of the streets and away from our children. That's one. That's another. So there are so many different variables. And here it is. Okay, if a fetus is a person, would it not be murder? Talk about catch-22. Oh, and Corey, let's talk about this one. Here's the thing. So the other portion to this is that you have to also look at the fact that just recently you could file your unborn fetus, as long as it has a heartbeat, you could file your unborn fetus on your taxes under earned income credit. I saw that yesterday. I almost flipped my wig. Let me tell you why this is important for us to continue to keep this on the ballot and to continue to find different ways of protecting women who want the right to choose what they want to do with their bodies and how that impacts them. We haven't talked about the long-term effects of an unwanted pregnancy and what that does for the child that is born. Why everybody want to love, and you're standing in line with those signs, but nobody wants to take the unwanted child. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that that causes our systems to be overrun with foster children and unwanted babies. And let's talk about this one. No one wants to talk about this, and this is why I am pro abortion, the safety of the pregnant woman. Because let me tell you what this Roe v. Wade overturn has done and leaving it to the states. Number one, people are not going to stop getting abortions. They're going to do dangerous things. There we are. People are not going to stop doing that. What they're going to start doing is getting creative and going back to the way things were. And guess what's going to happen? We're going to lose a lot of mommies. We're going to lose a lot of people like that. Okay? So we have to be careful and think about the long-term ramifications of something like this, because it ain't going to stop. It's going to go on the ground. And people are going to start doing things. They're going to start using things. They're going to start doing things that they used to do back in the day. I can still recall some of the stuff, the horror stories that I have heard. Unbelievable. So we want to go back there rather than having safe procedures done. Make it make sense. All right, enough of that. I'm done. Because I could go on and on and on. But that is my biggest concern, is what happens to mommies? What happens to the pregnant woman? So if women have the right to choose, should not men have the right to or not to support? He knew what he was doing. He was laying down. Period. Let me stir the pot a little. And I'm going to stir right back. You know Corey. Corey loves to stir the pot. But at the end of the day, he knew what he was doing. He was laying down, especially unprotected. Both of them knew. Hell, I knew. That's why I have 4 children. Okay? Don't get it twisted. We're not stupid, quote unquote. And I don't mean that in a negative way. What I'm saying is what happens to the people who don't have the resources. I didn't have the resources when I got pregnant, especially with my first child. I was like, oh, what is this? I was a college kid. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing at all. But she just got married last weekend. 5 kids and 13 grandkids. Whoa. See? And Corey, everybody's not like you. Think about that. Working on another child now. At what? Okay. So let's talk about this book that I'm reading before we get out of here and we start our day. All right. This book right here is called Winning by Tim S. Grover. He is actually the personal trainer for a lot of sports folks. He was personal trainer to Kobe Bryant, also Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, Charles Barkley, all of these folks. This book, y'all, is freaking amazing. So I actually started reading this before I went on my trip, and I'm almost done with it, but I highlighted some areas that I thought were super important, and I want to share some of these with you. The book, again, remember, is called Winning. You're so funny. Corey is hilarious. Let's see. So he talks about this post called The Winning 13. I'm going to read this to you before we add. The main reason people fail is fear. Absolutely. Yeah, it is. Number 1, winning makes you different, and different scares people. Winning wages war on the battlefield in your mind. Winning is the ultimate gamble on yourself. Winning isn't heartless, but you'll use your heart less. Winning belongs to them, and it's your job to take it. Winning wants all of you. There is no balance. Winning is selfish. Winning takes you through hell, and if you quit, that's where you'll stay. Winning is a test with no correct answers. Wow, I should know that. Winning knows all your secrets. Winning never lies. Winning is not a marathon. It's a sprint with no finish line. Winning is everything. Tim S. Grover, this book is called Winning. That was one of my best passages, my favorite passages so far. So many nuggets in here. I've just been writing and circling and stuff like that all through here. Great book. I would grab this if I were you. Again, winning, winning, winning. All right. I'll probably share a link a little bit later with you guys. Choose to believe in your success and you win every time. It won't let me share this live. I don't know why, Corey. I don't know why it won't let you. I haven't had a problem. I've been sharing it. It's one of the reasons why. Y'all got me on here longer than I thought I was going to be. That's okay, though. I haven't been on here in a while. So I got a long day ahead of me. We are going to be taking a look at brownstoneworldwide.com today. I'm excited. I can't wait because it's so much good stuff in there. Now, y'all, don't forget, tonight, I announced the black card. When I tell y'all I'm excited about this, I'm excited. Tonight, I want you guys to come back, tips, topics, and talk. And we are going to be discussing in detail, choose to believe in your success. Okay, I'm a dork. They moved the link. Oh, okay. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you. So listen, these are some of the things that I talk about on a regular basis on the day shift. Robinhood shares actually are jumping as brokerage cuts jobs post smaller than feared loss. So y'all, it's a lot of companies out here that are starting to lay folks off now. Here's what I need you all to do too. I'm going to start sharing some information about some additional sales. Y'all know I like to do this anyway. I think it's important for us to constantly learn what's out there for us. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing some information with you guys about some sales that are coming up that I know about that are literally exclusive to who? The Corner family. How about that? But I'll share it with the Brownstone Center anyway. Okay. All right. So you guys, it is time for me to get out of here because I got work to do. We got people that we need to schedule for their upcoming interviews for Black Business Month. And guess what else, folks? We are actually going to take the month of August to choose a nonprofit 501c3 that we can work directly with to share in our success. And we want you guys to help us. Okay. I'm going to be sharing a link a little bit later. It's a survey of an organization that you believe that the Brownstone Center should become a part of. Okay. All right. So be on the lookout for that. So it's also, not only is it Black Business Month, it's also Black Philanthropy Month as well. And I definitely want to bring those Black business owners on here, let them tell their stories and what they've experienced and the adversities. Okay. And honestly, this is good for anybody. You know what I mean? But what I do know is that I want to try to give folks who normally don't have an audience, I want to make sure that they get seen. And it's my responsibility to make sure that you get seen. That's what this platform is about. And we're going to continue to keep growing and all of that stuff. So you guys have been listening to The Day Shift. I'm going to be sharing some sales and things with you. Oh, we have a Kate Spade sale that's going on right now. Goalie Nutrition is having a sale right now. And Carter's is having a sale right now. So I'm looking at some of the stuff that comes through that I usually see when we're preparing the content for the week. So these are some things that happen on a regular basis. So listen, you guys, thank you so much for all of the love. During the time while I was out, I was sharing pictures and video and photos of my daughter's wedding and my time away. I appreciate you guys. We're back in the fold. I'm ready to rock and roll. I cannot wait for the launch of Brownstone Worldwide, honey, where we are changing the narrative and welcoming people home. It's going to be a place where you can share. It's going to be a place where you can listen in and also take us on the run with you through Brownstone Living the magazine. All right, you guys, 3 things that I always like to tell everyone before we end any show. You ready? 1, love your life. It's the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and embrace and enjoy every single experience. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. Continue to make memories, y'all. I'll see you this evening for tips, topics, and talk. Go ahead and download the KCCR My Brownstone Living the app and listen in. The Hot Lunch Mix is coming up next on KCCR. Have a great day.